This is a Klei update. Obviously, Klei. A little rain must fall. It's a Dutch word. It's pronounced Klei. Most of it's been slowed down to a quarter speed. I normally go with 50%, but there seemed to be rather a lot of action in this. There's a couple of segments that are not slowed down to one quarter. There are little puzzle pieces scattered throughout this, and there are threads in forums about what they are and what they mean. Obviously, we have rain and lightning, a lot of darkness. And as a video maker, you know I'm not fond, even as a game player, I'm not fond of too much darkness. That said, pick up honey poultice. Have an umbrella. These are speculated to be chessmen. There's a picture of Maxwell and Wilson playing chess across the board, which may be your final solution. In some games, that is. It's the final playoff between the evil and the good guy. And Wilson gets croaked here. Now I'll put up a link to some of the things, the items that are seen in this, but you'll see them yourself. And it didn't seem very definitive to me. Now I was asked if you need a new world, and Kevin mentioned that the new pathfinding is in the world generation level, so you won't get it without a new world. And he said, sadly, your new world would be Merm, M-E-R-M, less, Mermless. Now, lightning can evidently set trees on fire. So these are mermen or merms, M-E-R-Ms. He also mentioned that Tuesday, when this comes out, Sandbox will be pretty much complete. After that, there'll be an update that introduces all 6 levels of adventure, but they will be unpolished. The next update after that will polish the first 3. The one after that will polish the second 3. But like I said, Sandbox is evidently pretty much finished after Tuesday, except there, of course, will be updates every 2 weeks. Now, all this here, this seems to affect sanity. Pin goals, snowmen, and character powers won't be introduced until after the launch. There will be no new characters until after the launch. Here we have the mushroom. Uh, this is a teaser, so I have no idea specifically what any of this does. So comments will be in the nature of speculation. This is a drying rack. If you're familiar with dried meat or dried foods, you know they last longer. And maybe this is a way to get things to last longer in your backpack. That's a kind of a problem when you go try to do something. And I imagine it's a problem in adventure. Your refrigerator's at home, but that's purely speculation. All I know is that's a drying rack. Whether it helps food to last longer in your backpack or your inventory, I don't know. But there seems some logic to that. If there's any logic in anything, of course. I don't know if I said it, but most of this is slowed down to 1/4 speed because there was so much going on in it. And I'll link a couple of threads with information. It's a teaser. There isn't much. This is regular speed because it's small birds finally pathing well. So now this is evidently a new type of bee nest or beehive, and I don't know if that's to let you know there's killer bees or if this is replacing all of them. You can see the little puzzle pieces flickering on the screen, or I assume that's what those are. Here we have Wilson and the one-man band. At one point it shows it, I believe, 38%, indicating it wears out. Now I don't know if it does sanity or affects the weather or what. No clue. Again, teaser. Now here we have apparently a fire wand, which one would, leap to the conclusion that that might involve fire gems. Now, like I said, for the AI pathlings and the merm creatures, you'll need a new world, but perhaps it'll be possible to go through the Maxwell machine to get the new map, and that'll count as a new world. And you can take your fire gems. Now, they're saying for his plumpness, for great justice, and for the king. And they're obviously wearing headbands, so we have evidently a group of monk pigs with pig totems. Here we have improved pig pathing, which would be great. I'm always afraid. Theoretically, people think they go to the edge, but I've seen them just cycle in mid-space, and you lose them. You never get them back in your area. Now, this is apparently a hound spawner. You watch the pile of bones, a hound will spawn, which might take care of the problem of hound's teeth. Of course, Kevin and the other developers have never seen Minecraft. They said so. And pull the other leg. And I did slow down this bit just so you'd have a little bit longer in the teaser. So Tuesday, Sandbox theoretically done. He said there'd be some bleed over from Adventure, but Sandbox is done. I needed a bit more film to finish up there. As I said, Kevin said that with Tuesday, Sandbox will be essentially complete and everything that will be in it. He said there may be some bleed over of items from Adventure, but they're trying to avoid adding anything else to it after Tuesday. That it is essentially done with Tuesday. There will be some balancing and bug fixes. And they're going to spend the rest of their time with the game on adventure mode. So some potential bleed over from adventure items. And the rest of this is just to make sure that when YouTube cuts off 15 or 20 seconds, it doesn't cut off any of what I'm saying. And the only this is obviously copyright Klei Corporation, and the only purpose of me putting it up, because obviously I don't have any information, is to give you a format where perhaps you can see it a little bit better. Obviously it's not in good focus, but it is slowed down to maybe where you can see the action better and read the names of the items. And it also provides a format where you can talk about it if you'd like to. So, and of course there are threads on forums where you can certainly talk about it. So, thanks for joining me.